Coys flow, lads down the lane, and the two marks show. The lads down the lane, let's make a stand. The lads down the lane, an Amstel in our hand. Yeah, lads down the lane, lads down the lane. It's lads down the lane. Yeah, lads down the lane.
Breaking down the Spurs chaos, dodgy rumours, and a sprinkle of false hope. This is Lads Down the Lane with myself and the two marks from the Two Marks Show. Guys, smash that like button quicker than Levy writes a check. Let's get into it. Big up, guys. How you doing?
All's good, Nige. All's good. Unexpected night off. So there we are, mate. I'm here. I'm here for one of these shows. About time.
It is. It is. And Cookie, what about you?
Definitely. Just trying to work out who this geezer is up the top. I ain't seen him much. Do you know what I mean? Taking the mick, Nige, at work all the time, leaving me and you to get on with it. You know what I mean? Viewer shortage and all that. But he's back now. So if the viewers ain't up tonight, I want to know why. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We're on the Tottenham train. Let's have it, Nige. Let's have it. What's going on?
Wow, Sherrod's going to be like, well, I'm going back to work. So
Wow.
yes.
I'll just go over to the pub, man.
Oh dear. Guys, before I start, please like and subscribe. And also like and subscribe to the Two Marks Show. I have put the link in the chat. So get over and sub to them. All right, let's start. First bit of news, guys. Let's talk transfers. Wissa to Spurs or Newcastle. Obviously apparently left Brentford's training and has come home. Whether that's to join another club or for personal reasons, I don't know. Apparently Newcastle had a £25 million bid rejected, but they're going back in for him. Spurs are interested. What do you think is going to happen there, guys?
Go on, Sheriff.
Honestly, man, where I've been at work, and obviously we was all in London the weekend. Good evening, Mark Army.
Yeah,
Obviously, where I'm at work, I don't keep up with nothing, man. Like, I hear all my gossip from you two when I'm tuning into your show, man. Is that's correct? Is it? He left training.
He's left their training camp, yeah.
Yeah. Well, who knows? That could be a million and one reasons, couldn't it? You know, could be, but then it could mean he's going to another club. As you said, Newcastle had a bid rejected. I think, how much do we think he's worth? I can't see 25 million. He's English, isn't he?
No, he's
That's
not.
what I thought.
No,
I was just testing.
Congo, I think.
All right.
But well, Brentford want 50 million for him, don't they? I don't think they're going to get anywhere near that. He's 29 years old.
Is he?
And I think has he got 1 year left on his contract? I might be wrong there, but yeah, I think around 30 million.
Yeah, I was going to say 35.
Sure.
I mean,
what do you think?
I'd have him at Spurs, Wissa. I think he's busy. You know what I mean? He gets about off the ball, scores goals, creates chances for others. And again, we've had this conversation. You know, is he at the level of where you want to be? We don't know, but he's still a level above what we've got. You know, and you have to start somewhere. So, you know, I'll take Wissa all day long, whether he comes or not. With everything that's going on at Tottenham, which I've got no doubt we'll get into in a bit. Mark says, "Who knows?" I'd take him, but it seems to me there's a bit of a merry-go-round going on with a few players, and like this player's got to move to somewhere for someone else to be able to get hold of that player, and so on and so forth. So I think we'll just have to wait and see whether he goes to Newcastle. We've got an interest in him, but that's all we ever have, isn't it, Nige? An interest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's one of them, isn't it? I think I do like him. I think he's a good player. He's a good striker. He knows, obviously, Frank. He's played under him. I think Frank would probably get the best out of him. I just can't see Spurs spending 30 million on a 29-year-old.
No,
Personally,
no.
I don't think Spurs would do it.
No. Getting off subject, Nige, when you say you don't think Spurs would do it, right?
Yeah.
Getting on to another player, do you think the same, just to carry on the transfer thing, have you got the same feeling if I said to you, well, we're in for Paulinho? He's 29.
Yeah, I do. I don't think Spurs will pay the money for him. I think with Paulinho, I think it's going to be one of two things. I think we either get him on loan, and I think that suits Spurs, or we hang out right until the very end of the window and hope that Bayern drop their price so much that we spend like 15 million on him. That's what I think we're going to do with Paulinho.
Normal service then.
Someone else.
Normal services resume.
You're talking about that sort of money, though, Nige. When it drops down that far, that's when other teams are going to be interested, aren't they, at that sort of price? Do you know what I mean? You know,
Exactly.
he's a very good player. I mean, what's all this 29? You know, he could go on a 3-year contract to 32 or even a 2-year contract, Nige, and he's only 31. You know, for me, he'll suit us down to the ground, someone like that, if not him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is. It's so difficult to talk about this stuff because we get the interested with, this, that, the other, but there's never Spurs have made a bid, so we're in, even if the bid's short,
Yeah.
It's gone all quiet this season on that sort of front. We're either getting these players and we don't know nothing about them, like the Kudos deal, like Odibert last window, and then now it just seems like it's just rumours and nothing else. No one, even the Morgan Gibbs White thing. It's all gone quiet on the Western, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's touch quickly on how we're all feeling about Spurs, because obviously we had a couple of weeks ago the breaking news, Kudos, and then literally 24 hours later it was Morgan Gibbs White. Here we go, and at the same time we had stadium naming rights, possible investment, takeover talk. Spurs were moving differently, and then suddenly nearly 2 weeks later, and we've done nothing. We're not signing anyone. We're not selling anyone. How are you guys feeling about? Was that 24, 48 hours a bit of a red herring, as in, like, are we now seeing what Spurs are really doing? And that is not a lot.
Sheriff?
Yeah, well, I couldn't believe where Kudos and Morgan was out within 24 hours of each other. And all of us was hoping this was the interested in Paulinho. Only interested.
Yeah.
What's the next?
It's on Sky Sports this time, though, Mark, and you're not just getting it off of someone off of Google.
Is monitoring next in the?
No, next is concrete. There's concrete interest next.
Concrete interest. That's right. Monitoring would have come before that, then.
Yeah.
And then interest, concrete interest, and then maybe a sneaky bid.
That's it.
No, but when we signed, when it looked like we were signing 2 players in 24 hours, like you saw over 100 million quid, you thought, my goodness, the first thing I thought, who's stolen Daniel's credit card?
Yeah.
Or have they taken him hostage? Or, is something weird going on? They've obviously nicked his credit card or something, But then, see, the Morgan Gibbs White thing is fizzling out, and now it's the same as what we get every summer. We're linked to, notice most summers we're linked to a real big top player that will come in and improve us immediately, right when the season ticket renewals are coming up.
Yeah.
Right when. So everyone thinks, oh, yes, we're doing bits this year. Chucks a renewal in for whatever it is, at least £1,000, so I've heard. And then they get conned when we bring in a couple of kids and no one that improves us. You know, that's what it does. And yes, Kudos come in. Does he improve us? Yes, he does. Yes, he does, immediately.
Yeah.
Morgan Gibbs-White would have improved us immediately. At least we're going for players now. We're not going for some 15-year-old that ain't done his bloody GCSEs yet. You know what I mean? That will walk straight into the first team. At least there's that. But,
Big
you know, it's the same old.
What do you think? What are you thinking, Cookie?
Well, it's pretty similar to Mark, really. You know, we got Kudos in, and then like Mark says, we had the Morgan Gibbs-White deal, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, are we because of you know, upstairs has been changed about a bit, and a lot. You know, Vinay's come in, Charrington's in, and you know those two deals come out within 24 hours, and you're thinking to yourself, cool. Yeah, perhaps we are moving a bit differently here. There's been, you know, we've heard different stories that Charrington was coming in, they weren't happy with how it was, you know, developing player-wise. Things were going to change. Investment into the team or into Tottenham itself, and hopefully that investment would drop down into buying players. But we've also got this issue at the moment. We've not necessarily buying players, but the squad is bloated, right? Yeah. The squad numbers are bloated, right? So if you're going to move like a big club, like we did, we went and got Kudos and we moved like a big club. We got the deal over the line. And then obviously the Morgan Gibbs-White thing, you're thinking, oh yeah, we'll have some of this. We've all been sitting here saying we want 3, maybe 4, you know, this window that comes straight into the first team. We're moving early. We get those 2 in, you know, hopefully there'll be another 2 come in before the end of the window. And then all of a sudden there's an itch with the Morgan Gibbs-White deal. So then the way I look at it is, instead of moving like a big club, yeah, and having that next person ready, whoever that might be, to come in and, you know, you've made moves. Is this player available? And so on. Surely, as a football club, you've got to have your list of more than one that you want to come in to improve the team in that position. Surely it can not only be Morgan Gibbs-White. You know, as good as he is, I like him. I do like him, and he'd be great for Spurs. But if it's not going to happen, and if Marinakis is kicking up such a stink over it and making life difficult, at some stage Tottenham have got to move on. Unless they know, yeah, that he is definitely coming. And it's just working its way through the system. But I don't know how they can know that without him signing on the dotted line. So I just want us to move on if it's not going to happen. Because once the window's shut, we can't get them in then. It's too late. And also,
so what do you make of
the selling as well? We've got to start getting rid of, you know, they're talking about Basumas and Richie and Son and others. Yeah. If we want to get players in, we've got to start getting players out as well and getting players out on loan.
Well, this is my next question, because apparently, obviously, we're interested in Polinia, but they are saying that Spurs need to sell before they buy because we have got a bloated midfield. How do you guys feel about that? Because for me, that pisses me off, because I'm just like, just bring the player in and then sell a player, because all the time we're not bringing players in for that position. A Basuma, for instance, can be like, well, they've not brought anyone in. I'm happy to stay. As soon as they bring a Polinia in, say, Basuma then would be like, my game time is next to nothing now, so I need to move. Almost forces their hand a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing you mentioned, Sonny, Mark, I guarantee he will not be gone. Is it 7 days when we go to Korea?
Yeah.
He will be on that tour. I guarantee you he will be on that plane going to Korea.
Yeah.
Man's royalty in Korea.
Mm.
How much can you imagine if they sold him tomorrow? How much money they would lose in revenue going to Korea?
Yeah. I know,
You
mate.
know?
Yeah.
And so he will definitely be in Korea because the man's a god in that country.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
So he will definitely be there. He'll be like, well, he is. He's royalty. The money he generates from Korea is craziness.
Yeah. It's all part of acting like the big club, though, Mark. Like we've been saying, Mark, isn't it? You know, if they want to go and get someone, whoever it might be, it's not our money. They're dealing with it, right? Go and get who you want, get it done, right? That we're all talking about, and they're talking about improving the team, right? Improving the squad, having options, right? So Morgan Gibbs-White, I'd love him. Kudos was a great step for me because I think he's going to be a real twinkle toes for Tottenham. Thomas Frank puts his arm around him. You know, he's one of them confidence players. You know, once he gets going, I think he'll be all right. Morgan Gibbs-White coming in would have been, well, hopefully he still is coming in, will be fantastic. And then we've got to crack on again, get another one in, because we all said 3 at least. You know, we need a DM, don't we? You know, we need a striker. We need a left winger.
Yeah.
You know, as many left wingers as we've got, when Son goes, we're looking at left wingers as such that ain't left wingers. They're all inside forwards on both sides. Johnson, Tell, Son. Do you know what I mean? They're all inside forwards. They're not really wingers.
No. So what about bringing in? I heard it on Sean's show earlier. What about bringing in a Polinia and a Douglas Luiz instead? Say if Morgan Gibbs-White doesn't happen, spending that 60 million on a Douglas Luiz and a Polinia, because then Douglas Luiz can do kind of do the Morgan Gibbs-White role. He does drive forward quite a bit. For me, I'm not sure about that. I got my heart set on Morgan Gibbs-White. I think that's probably the reason. But who, for you guys, if we didn't get a Morgan Gibbs-White, who would you like as an option? Who would you be looking at thinking, I would love to see them in a Spurs shirt? Kind of that number 8, number 10 role. I put you on the spot there, haven't I?
It's difficult, yeah. I think
now Gazza's only just come out of hospital, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So not him.
I've been so fixated, to be quite honest. See, I think Morgan Gibbs-White's going to come anyway.
Yeah.
No, that's just me, Nige. I just think it'll get done at some stage and he'll be in. I've been a bit more fixated in the DM role because I just think we need that player that's going to sit in front of that back 3, back 4, not necessarily as just a, protector, but someone who can win the ball and give it to a player who is going to get it forward. Do you know what I mean? Get it to the players that do the magic. So I don't know if Thomas Frank's going to play that way. I don't know if it. We've had this discussion as well. He plays in a multitude of different ways. Can play with a 3, can play with a 4, can play with a 2 up. Can play with a 3 up, can play a 4-3-3 as well. He can play all different multitudes of football. So, God, I don't mind banging on it. It's gone quiet on it again, but, we spoke about Adam Wharton in the 6. For me, even at 80 million quid, they can sell him, when bigger clubs come along later on. He's going to be a profit maker. So it works both ways for Spurs on that one. But it's laying out the money, how they can do it. You're going to have to help me out with centre midfielders a bit more, Nige, with the 8, because I haven't really been looking at that. I've just looked at it as Morgan Gibbs-White's coming. He will he will sort of be a teacher for Bergvall in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because Bergvall will play games. Morgan Gibbs-White can't play fucking 65 games in the season. There's going to be times when he's not available. So Bergvall will learn for him. And what I was saying to you about a DM, if a DM comes in like a Paulinia for a couple of years, What a perfect person for Archie Gray to learn from. Someone like that. You know what I mean? That would be fantastic for those sort of players, you know, to learn from them. But we'll have to see, mate. That's just my opinion on it. What do you think of centre midfielders, Nige? Because I haven't really thought about it really.
For me, I would be. It seems like we are going down the Prem proven role. Players that have played Premier League football, kind of in between like 24, 25, 26 kind of age. If we're looking at players like that, I know Harvey Elliott's a bit younger, but Harvey Elliott, I think I'd like. I think he's a good player. I think it's interesting what you said there about Morgan Gibbs-White and Bergvall, because I do actually think they are very similar players, aren't they? I think Bergvall, as he gets older, will mould into sort of Morgan Gibbs-White, very dynamic midfielder, runs with the ball, gets in the box, scores, assists, puts a few tackles in, quite aggressive. I think obviously Bergvall's got a lot to learn. He's a bit rash sometimes, but I think he will turn into that kind of player. Maybe a little bit better pass-wise, but right now, I'm kind of with you. I think a Polinia would be perfect to come in for the younger players to learn off. My fear is that Spurs don't buy older players, and I think we're either going to go young or we're going to buy, like I say, a Hayden Hackney. But this is another link we've had today, and that's that. Mainoo to Spurs. What are your thoughts on him?
Kobe Mainoo.
Go on, Mark.
Kobe Mainoo, from United.
The Man United fans.
They're talking about 40 million quid, Mark. They're talking about 40 million.
The Man United fans think he's useless, don't
they? He ain't useless, mate. He's not useless at all. That's madness to say that. He's not useless. I'm not saying you're saying that, but their fans are saying that he's not useless. He's an England international. How can he be useless?
Well, no, he's obviously not useless, but
he gets about the pitch, Mark. He can play in a defensive midfield role.
Maybe it was because
play in that 8 role as well.
Maybe it was because then the Man United had such a bad season. The whole Man United team were rubbish, according to them.
And he was very in and out, Mark, as well. He was very in and out. 1 minute he was in the team, next minute it was like he didn't exist.
Oh, all right. Well,
you know what I mean? And I would imagine he would be quite upset about that lad, because he's a decent player, Mark. Again, when you look at what we've got, he lifts the barrier a bit. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying, he's going to win us the Premier League or anything like that. He's another one. He's young, but he's also shown by playing for Manchester United that he can cope in the Premier League.
Fair enough.
What I mean, he's
fair enough, man.
He's a good, but I'll take Kobe Mainoo at Spurs all day.
Oh, fair enough.
But that's just me. That's just me. That's just my.
Well, we know my.
And also as well, changing positions. Cockney put in about, and I'm going to be a bit thingy here. There's a lot of people that don't want this geezer at Spurs, but I'll take him all day, and that'd be Jack Grealish.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All day long. If Man City said you can buy him for whatever and it's reasonable, or have him on loan, right, with an option to buy, mate, the geezer's a ball carrier. He's a ball carrier. He picks the ball up deep and he gets you up the field, and at the very least, he gets you a foul.
He gets you a free kick.
Yeah. He's very good at that. And for a team like Spurs, that Thomas Frank's admitted, will be hustle and bustle, pressing all the time, so on and so forth, right? When you've got a player that can get you up the pitch like that, and he gets a break in play, and it gives those players 30 seconds to have a breath. Do you know what I mean? And Thomas Frank's also good at set pieces.
Yeah.
Grealish would be superb for us on the left.
The thing is, though, I thought of this already, Razzle, before you say I've nicked your comment and that. Would we pay? Because he was 100 million quid, wasn't
Yeah.
What's he on a week?
He's on 300 grand a week, but if you
Well,
get
there we
him
go.
on a
Well, we
loan,
ain't paying that.
but Mark, if you get him on a loan with an option, there's deals to be done that in that year that he's on loan, they might pay half his wages.
Well,
you
yeah.
do a deal with them where they pay half his wages to get him off the books. We pay the other half. And then in this year that's coming up, the option is that they'll offer him whatever, and he'll either take a wage cut or he'll go back to Man City.
And you can always offer little incentives like, signing on fees, £5 million extra signing on fee and that kind of thing. Paul Russell's come up with an interesting conversation piece. Says, gents, do you think lack of transfers, etc., is because Lange and Paratici don't agree on who to go for?
Now, is he officially back now, Paratici?
I don't know. I know his ban's ended, but I haven't heard that he's officially back for Spurs.
I know he's been spotted.
Knows.
He was spotted towards the end of last season, wasn't he, in the ground?
He was there a lot last season, wasn't he?
Lurking around.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, in answer to that question, was that Paul that put that question up? Sorry, I didn't see you put it up.
Yeah, it was.
In answer to that question, it's quite difficult actually when you think about it, because let me word this correctly, because I don't want to. Can you bring Paul's comment up a minute? Or the comment up? Yeah, here it is. I've got it here. Lack of transfer. At the end of the day, Paul, the only way I can say this is Patrici's coming in, right? Lange is doing what he's doing. He's been there through the Ange thing. We know Patrici was there before his ban, right? Now, in a way, I think they're going to have two separate jobs, and then while they're both looking for players, then they will have to bounce it off each other, because obviously everything that Lang puts forward and everything that Patrici puts forward is not going to be a yeah. So I think you'll find they'll probably bounce a few ideas, players. They're looking at players in different areas, and then they will have to bounce off each other and agree to disagree who they like out of who they pick. I don't know. What do you think, Nige? It's a difficult one to answer that, because obviously they're not in there working together yet. But I think they'll have two different jobs, Nige, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Both looking for players, but in different areas of the world.
I actually think
Paratici will be in Italy, won't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's being kept. I personally think he'd be kept out of like the major transfer says. I think he will be more like a scout and like scouting players and offering players to Lange and whoever works alongside him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be as full on as he was last time. He's still definitely going to be around the club though, because for some reason he does stick around, but I don't think he will be in as much of a say that he used to have. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, just to say, Paul, as well, that's just my opinion, mate. I'm not got any insight to how it runs at Tottenham whatsoever. I'm just a fan like you, Nige, Mark, and everyone else that's in the chat. It's just my feelings on it at the end of the day. They've got to make it work at the end of the day between them, however it's going to do. And I know probably either of them don't have the final say, and both of them will be. Thomas Frank's already said he's going to be involved in the transfers. So these players will be taken to him as well. And he'll have to say, yeah, I like him. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. And then it obviously goes to them above to work it out from there. But hopefully they can work together. They're both there. They're both there to do a job. They're both getting paid handsomely. Go and find us the players that we want in the first team for Tottenham Hotspur. That's it, isn't it, as a fan?
Yeah.
Exactly. Big up, buddy. We're only going to be going for another half an hour, I think. So, but we will. I think we're probably going to do a bigger show at the weekend, yeah?
Yeah, it might be a show. What day are we today? Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a show on the 2 marks this week anyway, and then there'll be something at the weekend probably from both of us, one way or the other. Something. Yeah. We try and keep something going every day. Keep an eye out for both channels. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we will be getting people on. But we just come on for a quick chat really tonight. But big up to everyone in the chat, and we miss you too, man. We miss you too.
Yeah. We're here though, TJ. We're here. Don't you worry about that, mate. We're not going anywhere. Yeah. We're not going anywhere, man.
No. So what do we think of Sonny? Obviously, because we go into Korea. Is it Korea? Monday, is it Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah.
Do you think he leaves after this tour, or do you think he stays?
Go on, Mark.
He will definitely be on the tour because, as I said right at the beginning, the man he's royalty in Korea, and the money he brings in the club from that part of the world is craziness. So he will definitely be on the tour, doing what he does, signings, photographs, selling Tottenham shirts. But now, Sonny, to me, is a legend. He's more of a legend than Harry Kane is, because Son has stayed through the bad and the bad. Because it's not the good and the bad, is it? It's the bad and the bad. So when he got his, I would have liked to have seen him bow out when he lifted the UEFA Cup. Personally, that's what I mean. I'd have liked to have said, right, I've done what I've got to do here. I'm off. You know, gone to wherever he wants to go. America, Saudi, you know, anywhere that's going to pay him that nice little retirement fund. Because what is he now, 31, 32? You know, so he's not getting any
Nearly
younger.
33, I think.
Yeah. Oh, all right, 33 then. I was being kind to him then.
Nearly.
You know, so...
Big up, Phil. Big up, mate. Lovely to see you at the weekend, mate. Sorry to jump in on you, Mark.
Yeah.
Phil,
no, that's right, man.
The first time we've met, man. You're a ledge.
Yeah. Big up, Philly.
Absolute ledge, mate.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was great meeting Grim as well, your mate. Lovely fella, mate.
Yeah.
Had a good chat with him. Yeah. Big up, Phil. And we'll meet up again soon, mate, at some stage.
I do apologise. I may have been a bit drunk. May have.
Just a little.
Only rumours.
Yeah. Have you read this up here from Andy Lester? What is going on? What is going on?
I know. I haven't brought it up because it's
race, man. These people need to sort their shit. Can I use the S word, Nige? Sorry, it's your channel, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. No, go for it.
These people have got to sort their shit out. Where's Mark gone? Yeah. We're talking football here. Do you know what I mean? He's inviting people, or we all do it, but tonight he's inviting people to come on his channel, and talk about football and any sort of, bits and pieces that they might not agree with him on. What are people doing this stuff? What is going on? It's a disgrace. And whoever put it up, I'll tell you now, you are a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. I'm sorry, it's bangers, mate. It's bang out of order. People are trying to earn a living, right? And people are doing crap like that.
It is pure jealousy. And
it's wrong.
It's absolutely bang out of order. Scott M's absolutely right. It is, absolutely disgusting. And listen, we're not going to stand for it on any of our channels.
No, we're not.
Any of our channels talk about other YouTubers or anything like that, abuse anyone, then you're gone. Because we just want to talk football. That's all YouTubers want to do. Just talk about the club that they love. So,
big up Sava, by the way, man. Big up, man. And thanks for the weekend as well, Sava. Thank you.
Yeah, keep doing your thing, mate. You're fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Here he is. He's back.
I don't know what happened now.
He's back. Yeah. Sorry, we just said a few words. Yeah, we're not happy with what's happened on Sava, so we've just said what we had to say. Got it out of our system.
What happened? What?
You can read Andy's comment a bit further up, mate. You'll see. We just had our say on it. We'll carry on with our show now. Go on, Nige.
Yeah, so transfer-wise, I'm trying to think of anything else. I also want to just mention a fact that obviously Ozzy Osbourne's passed away, which is really sad. Something else is really sad to hear tonight. So, not a great night. And England are 1-0 down against Italy, which is not good.
So, is Andy's? That's true, is it? I didn't watch any of it.
I don't know, mate.
I don't know. I will rewatch that.
No, well, Andy's a member. Andy's a member on Savers, so
must be
Andy's
true,
not. Andy's not putting anything in a chat that he hasn't seen.
No. Well, I'm not saying he is, but
no, I'm not. I know you're
Jesus
not. I know you're not. But yeah, if Andy's putting it up there, then it is what it is. Because
can I say a little bit?
Yeah,
now,
go on, man.
We were obviously all round Savers Saturday.
Yeah.
At least 20 of us.
Yeah.
Rugby. And he is the perfect host. The perfect host.
Yeah.
Cooked all the food, didn't it?
Yeah.
The poor man was like, well, to be honest, when I got to London, it was throwing it down. So, so I didn't think the barbecue was going on. But luckily, by the time we got there, the sun had come out, and Savat is the perfect host. A brilliant human being, a good friend to all of us. So for people to do that is a disgrace.
Yeah, none of us are going to take this shit from people.
No.
None of us are going to take it because it's not on. It's not on under any level. It ain't on.
No. At the end of the day, all right, we all come on here and we put our faces to the camera and come on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're the same as everybody else. We're normal people.
Yeah.
You meet it's like you meet Sava, right? He's got what? 20,000 subs for round figures because he's nearly there. He's no different than us. No different.
No, exactly. Just a lovely guy, but I think let's move on now to just because we've said our piece and we don't want the trolls to win if we're keeping on mentioning it all the time.
No,
but
no.
We're not going to stand for it as a community, as a YouTube community.
Yeah,
it's just bang out of order. Let's look at the players that could possibly leave from the first team. I think these four are probably the most obvious if they are going to go. Surely at least two of them have to go, don't they?
You would have thought so, Nige. Sorry, I don't know. I can't see Mark underneath the picture. I've just jumped in there. You would have thought so. I would have thought. It's a difficult one with Son because we give our views on what we think may happen. There's different things. He signed his year contract. Some people are saying, like Mark said earlier on, he'll go on the Korean tour, sell a zillion shirts that Tottenham get whatever they get out of it. And then maybe he will move on after the tour. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll stay for the season. Yeah. Big up, Andy. Correct. Maybe he'll stay the season and go on a free. Who knows at the end of the season? So to me, if he can go and they can get a little bit of a fee for him, and he goes to where he wants to go. If he's going somewhere he wants to go, like someone put in the chat earlier, could well go back to Germany. For a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
It could well happen if they can get a bit of a fee for him, and we can get a bit of money back for him. I know we didn't pay 22 million or something when we bought him. He's been an absolute ledge. He saw it out when others left, right? And he got his reward, right?
Mm-hmm.
We won the Europa. Whatever we thought of the manager, not going into that, right? And whatever we thought of last season, not going into that either, right? But he won the trophy. He held it up. He was here, right? And he's a ledge. He's given so many people so many wonderful memories at Tottenham when he was up front with Kane. He's just been fantastic and he's seen it out. We've all thought he's been on a bit of a downward spiral for the last couple of years. But again, he see it out. He held that trophy up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's a ledge for Spurs. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
He does. He goes down now in Tottenham folklore as one of our greatest ever players, one of our greatest ever goal scorers. And even though he probably wasn't one of our greatest ever captains because he lifted that Europa League.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, at that point.
I'm kind of in that mindset of I'm at that point where if he leaves, I'm okay with it. If he stays, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's going to be your main player next season. I think he's going to be more of a bit part player. And he's still a great finisher, regardless
be honest,
of
though,
what anyone says.
look what he'd done in the final. He only come on for about half an hour at the end.
Yeah.
Was it the second half or sometime in the second half?
I was just going to say to you, I'm a bit like Nige. If he goes and he goes somewhere, that he wants to go to see out his career, I'm all good with that, right?
Yeah.
He wants to stay with us next season, and there's going to be times when Frank's playing 2 up, for argument's sake, and he's got his big man, his Solanke or whatever it is, and it's half hour to go. And it's a big game. Do you know what I mean? It's like whatever. Liverpool at home, Man City at home. It's 1-1 and you need a goal. A fresh Son for the last 20 minutes. Yeah, that'll put the wind up a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he's asked to do that short sprinting, not for 90 minutes, but for 20 minutes, you might see a bit of that pace rekindled.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In those short bursts. And he might well be that quality finisher that you need to come on and win you a game with 20 minutes to go.
Let's face it.
Whatever anyone says, there's not many better finishers than him out there, Mark.
No. If you can go back to when Harry was there.
Yeah.
How many times did Harry flick it on or sweep it round the corner? And he knew exactly where Sonny was.
Yeah.
Sonny was onto it like a flash, and the next thing it was in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Back of the net. Sonny is probably the most natural finisher we got at the club.
Yeah. And I agree with Terry, but then near the bottom there, where he says that he could be a great super sub next year. I honestly believe that.
Yeah.
He could be that player for Spurs next year. There's no doubt about that.
I got no qualms in him staying. No qualms, but I honestly believe he's not a 90 minutes player anymore. He's 33 nearly, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not.
Right, let me. Go on, mate. Go on.
Go on, mate. No. But I honestly believe he's not going to be. He's not going to be a 90 minutes player.
No, I agree. I just want to catch up on the chat a minute, but before I do, please, guys, do me a favor, get over to the 2 Mark Show and subscribe. Let's get them to 500 subs. That would be absolutely amazing, or even close to it.
Now, mate? 47, I think.
I'm just
link
gonna
is
have
in the chat.
I'm going to have a quick look now and update the viewers because I know they'll be really interested to know. And we're on 453.
Yes, that's what I said. We need 47.
Let's get them up to at least 470 tonight. That would be absolutely brilliant. It's so hard when 2 channels do a stream together and one channel is hosting, because then the one channel that's hosting usually is the one that gets the subs and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
So let's try and change that, and let's try and get some subs over to the other side. Let's catch up with the chat. Paul is saying, with Gil Solomon, he needs to go. What about Dragishin? Would you sell Dragishin?
No.
No,
I like him.
No, I wouldn't sell Dragishin.
No.
So
imagine if he goes straight at the back. Imagine if he goes straight at the back.
Yeah.
With Romero, Van de Ven, and Dragishin, like he did in the UEFA Cup final. They were solid. And you got to remember as well, we got the other lad to come in as well, the Romanian fella.
Oh, Vuskovic you're talking about.
No. The Dragon.
Oh, the Dragon, right. Yeah.
Dragishin, whatever his name. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's good as well. I wouldn't get rid of any of them. Because let's face it, we all know that, well, maybe not this season, but, Mickey Van de Ven's probably got no hamstrings left, or very little. Romero he only played about half the games, didn't he?
Yeah.
And so we're going to need,
Don't forget, Mark, what you got to remember is at the moment as well, as we stand, right, I think we've got 9 or 10 centre-backs at the club.
There's 4 established ones, isn't there?
Yeah, but you've got the ones that they've bought in as well. The young lad from Japan. Right?
Oh, yeah, but he's but he's real young.
Yeah, but whatever you say, Mark, they've bought them in.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what we was talking about earlier, are we paying the 5 million, to have a look, to let Thomas Frank have a look at him. And if he thinks he's not quite there yet, will they have him out on loan, or would they just keep him in the squad? And that's another. This is the sort of thing that we're talking about, because he's been bought in and he's young and he's inexperienced and so on and so forth. We have to work out the wheat from the. It sounds weird. I don't mean it as the wheat as the chaff, but the ones that are at the level where Frank wants to be. When he plays 3 at the back, when he's playing 4, you know what I mean, and so on and so forth, he's going to have to work out how many he needs. What does he need? 7? Would you say he needs 7?
Probably.
7 or 8? So there's 2 straight away. So Dorrington's already gone out on loan. He's not included in the 10 that we're saying that's at the club. He's already gone. So then you're talking about...
Pitch impressed the weekend, didn't
he? He did. But again, he's a young lad. He's inexperienced.
Exactly.
It does happen from time to time, Mark. And, we've give before, in different positions. But, a Rooney just turned up.
Yeah.
And he was a man. Do you know what I mean? He was a 16-year-old in a man's body, Mark.
Yeah.
So he could cope with the physicality. And this is a lot of what you've got to remember as well. A lot of football today is physicality.
Yes.
And this is why players like, there are small players that do well. I'm not saying there's not, but players like Brian Hill, right? Technically, very good. He's a very, very good player. But physically, he couldn't cope with the demand of Premier League football.
Yeah.
And they have to work out who they think's going to be there and who's going to get there. And, it's just, 10 centre-backs, that's a lot, especially when we're talking about getting another left-sided centre-back in as well.
I personally think that we've got the 4, as in Romero, Van der Ven, Dragishin and Danzo.
Yeah.
I actually think Davis, though everyone slams him, I think he's going to be really good cover. I think he plays well on a 3. If we play 3 at the back, he's experienced. Is what we need.
Well.
And then it's the youngsters, and I think maybe one of them will stand up and staying in around the squad. I think the others might go out on loan. Wouldn't surprise me if we sold Phillips, but it wouldn't surprise me if we bought one more in either. But I think we probably just about got enough there. Let me just get.
Can I just answer this bit quickly?
Yep, go on then, mate.
None of us are monetized, so we can. But
not yet, not quite.
Nige's getting there, and this is why I made an appeal for our 500, because as soon as we get 500, we can be monetized as well. And Nige's very close because he's got however many subs, 800 and something last time but it's your hours, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're all really close. We're on the cusp of monetization.
Yeah, we are on the cusp of getting monetized.
So at the moment you're really lucky. So you can just come in here, watch it for free, smash a like, hit the subscribe. None of it costs anything, and you don't have to send any super chats or anything like that. So just enjoy that.
Believe you me, if a super chat option was there, we'd have it turned on.
Phil Coys, the absolute legend, with Phil P on Saturday, drinking that 95% God-given Phil Coys, Phil P. You are animals.
Yeah, animals.
That's all I can say.
Animals.
Animals.
And I've never seen a man eat so much.
He's about 8 foot tall, though.
He's a big lad, Phil Coys. He is massive. Oh my word!
Lovely,
what a chunk he is.
It's like just like a big old warm teddy bear.
Oh, he's lovely, Phil Coys.
Yeah.
Lovely fella, mate. Everyone was lovely, by the way.
They
were. Everyone at Savers. It was great to meet everyone at Savers Barbecue. A lot I'd met before, but like Phil Coys, Philly, all of them. That was the first time I'd met them.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we had a great day and a great evening. Yeah,
I can't remember most of it, to be honest. As I said, I may have been drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to let you know in the chat, we won't be talking about Savage stream. Obviously, that's got nothing to do with us. So I have no idea what happened.
I didn't see it.
Like, yeah, I agree. Sonny is still the best finisher at the club.
Yeah.
Oh,
by
yeah.
far.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MUFC saying, Scott, I think you could end up with a transfer ban and maybe points deduction. What would be that for? For the funny thing is, right? Apparently, Forest have complained to Spurs or complained to the FA. Actually, they haven't complained to the FA about us tapping a player up, yeah,
Right.
and not approaching Forest first. But then Forest have gone for some kiddie that they're going for. Forgot his name now, and Doyle, someone like that.
Yeah.
And they've agreed terms with the player. They haven't agreed terms with the club yet. So they've done exactly the same as what Spurs have done. Yeah, apparently Spurs are in trouble.
No, but hang on a minute, right, Nige? All we've done
Yeah.
is activated the release clause. Surely Marinakis' problem is how the release clause number was found out. That's what it's about, isn't it? Right? Unless someone in the chat can tell me any different, I don't, unless there's anything added on to that. So surely if you've bid the release clause, right, you've bid the release clause. And that's the end of it. And then if Marinakis wants to kick out, all he's doing is making the transfer difficult.
Yeah.
All parties.
Yeah. I think that's what he's doing. He's just trying to throw spanners in the works.
It's like,
I
yeah.
don't think they have got a leg to stand on MUFC. I really don't. I think they're just trying to slow it down because they haven't bought the players in they wanted first. They haven't got, last thing they want to do is sell Elanga and sell Morgan Gibbs-White, and suddenly every club in European football know that Forest have over 100 million to spend.
Yeah.
I think what it boils down to as well is that Marinakis, whatever his name is like myth how we bid the exact release clause, and that we knew that there was a release clause because apparently it had a NDA on it.
Yeah.
So no one was meant to know about it, speak about it, and all that.
Yeah.
And suddenly we've gone in with the exact figure for the release clause. And so I think personally, this is only what I think, so it's not the truth. Just get that in there. I think what has happened, someone has said something to somebody, maybe players that still have links with Nottingham Forest, i.e. Brennan Johnson. Someone has said something to him. I'm only guessing. This is not concrete.
It's just another scenario, isn't it? It's another scenario.
Like someone, or Morgan Gibbs-White has contacted someone at Tottenham himself, again, just speculating, and said, look, we realise I got a little, a little release clause here, or his agent, anybody.
Or his agent has. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And they've sort of, you realise I got like a little sneaky release clause and nobody knew about it. And Tottenham have gone in, bang, there's 60 million. And it's like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? That's not meant to be spoke about, NDA, all that nonsense.
Yeah.
And now the Nottingham Forest chairman's he's just throwing spanners in the works. I think it'll get done. Yes, it does, Razzle. No, actually, truth of the matter is I dropped one on Sava's driveway and it burst.
Don't forget the vodka and cokes after that, Mark, as well. When the Amstels run out. Well, don't you remember?
Yes. Yes, I had a few of them as well, didn't I?
Yeah, just a few.
I forgot about them. Was
I
pouring them or were you pouring them?
I poured the first one. That's probably what done you.
You definitely poured one, Sheriff, and you were there for about half an hour just going like that. I think you blanked out for a little bit and it was pouring. The glass was filling up.
No, it was one of them, so I thought I only poured out one shot because it had that bubble thing on the top. I tipped it up and it just went glug, glug, glug. The next thing, I had half a glass of vodka.
I know I poured Nige a Jack Daniels. I said, you're going to try this, Nige. And I don't know, it weren't a single, it weren't a double, it weren't a treble. It was probably a double treble in a glass with a load of ice. And got the better of you, Nige, didn't it? A bit. It got the better of me as well because I poured the same one and I couldn't get through it, mate. It was just too much.
No, it did beat me. I think for me that going back to the hotel kind of and checking in screwed it up for me because I
Yeah.
was getting quite merry and drinking. Then when we went back, I had a shower, a little lie down for a minute, and then I was like, oh. Anyway, Hayward Stew says, which player Ange brought has been your favourite player?
Ooh.
Thanks for the
Oh,
question, man.
difficult question because none of them really done much under him, did they? Playing his stupid way. You never see the best of him, did you?
No. Madison, probably was he under Ange?
Yeah.
I believe he was.
Yeah, Madders was.
Yeah,
but he was Angel a lot of it, wasn't
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'd probably say Madison as well, but it's difficult. I mean, my love is for, as everyone knows, is for VDV. I love him. Don't care what anyone says. Yeah, he's got to improve his heading. Yeah, he's got to improve stuff in his game.
he? Yeah.
But I saw stuff at Wolfsburg as a defender that he was doing, yeah, which proves he can defend.
Yeah.
As a defender.
Yeah.
I've seen it for myself because I followed him. I was desperate to get Van der Ven over Tapsoba. Yeah, because of you know, just his stature and just how he is on the ball, and he's just a decent player. He's got a lot of improvement. He's got a long way to go. I'm not saying he's anywhere near there yet. It just gives me that look of a player. You know what I mean? And I think he'll be all right. VDV, he'll be all right.
I love Van der Ven, and I love Madison. They agreed they would be my two favourite players under Ange's bought. It's difficult, isn't it? Because I don't know Vicario. I'm not sure about Vicario. I'm trying to think who else he bought. Odegaard is too young. Most of the players he bought, the trouble is, so young that is very much a question mark. Bergvall I like, but is he going to improve this season? Let's see.
I like Bergvall. I've said to you, Nige, sorry to butt in on you. I like technical players, and he looks, when you watch him at the moment, all it is for me from Bergvall is he just wants too much time on the ball. And I think a lot of that is the big jump from where he was playing in the Swedish league. And then he's come over. He's obviously impressed. He got his chance in the team through injuries and so on. And it looked a bit iffy for him because he looked lost for a bit. Do you know what I mean? When he first came in. And then all of a sudden, you saw little glimpses of when he was getting the ball and he'd get it on the half turn. Do you know what I mean? And take a couple of strides. But it's just when he's in tight situations, he seems to need a little bit too much time on the ball. But I think that will come with time and a bit of coaching. And like we were saying, players coming in like a Morgan Gibbs-White, when not that he does everything brilliant all the time, but on the half turn, he gets it and he gets it out of his feet and he's already looking to see where it's going. Do you know what I mean? And giving himself options. And I think Bergvall will be a decent player for Spurs for what they played for him, because I think he's one of them that he'll learn as time goes on, you know?
I think with Bergvall, he's just young.
Yeah.
He's inexperienced. He needs to learn how to,
yeah,
as you said, Matt, take the ball on the half turn, so he's already done half the work anyway.
Yeah.
Instead of trapping it and then trying to turn.
Yeah.
And then looking for a pass where he gets clattered or tackled or something,
Yeah.
Because you look at all the ones that have been around the block a bit, the ones with experience, they take it on the half turn.
Yeah.
So they haven't got to really mess about controlling the ball.
Yeah.
Taking on the half turn. And then the heads up looking immediately.
Yeah.
Who do I give it to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he just ain't quite got that yet. But he's only, 19, 20?
But again, Mark, sorry to jump in, Nige, again. Just tell me to shut up if you want to say something. Sorry, because once, you know what I'm like, once I get talking about football. And now I forgot what I was going to say. What did you just say, Mark, there, before I butted in?
So
about, my mind just goes.
Yeah. That's an age thing, mate. We've all got that.
Yeah, it is an age thing. I'm getting on now. I'm tired.
Yeah. But I was saying about the experienced ones, when they touch the ball, and someone come in like a Polina, that would improve him immediately. Someone to look up to. Yeah. Someone to think, what can I learn off him? You know what I mean? Or a Morgan Gibbs-White.
Yeah.
Morgan
Well,
Gibbs White, anyone like that.
like we said earlier, you know, if you get a Paulinia, someone like Gray, if that is his desired position to play, if that is what he was bought for, as that sort of DM player, who would you want to learn off for the next 2 years? If you could have Paulinia, a man that's played for Fulham at a very respectable level, was their main man in their team, him and Mitrovic, yeah, and then he's gone off to Bayern, hasn't got his playing time, but you know his quality, yeah. And if you could say, "Oh, I'll have him at Spurs for the next 2 years," and then Archie Gray is learning from a Paulinia,
Yeah.
you know, and Bergval's learning from a Gibbs White, that type of player.
To be honest as well, mate, that is their replacements as well. Sorted.
Yeah, they're there. They're already there. Spurs haven't got to worry about it because they have bought early, but they've got to show a progression, and the only way they're going to get that progression is playing with players that are in their squad that are of a better level than them.
Yeah,
that are going to bring them up to that level. You know,
this season's going to be really interesting, though, isn't it? Because it's so hard to judge the players over the last couple of years under our last manager. And I think Lord Rodney Trotter says it bang on. Bergval is going to be asked to be a lot more disciplined this year and structured. And it's going to take him time to learn how to play in a new system. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be interesting to see what everybody, but what Bergval does, because playing in defence must have been hard enough, but playing in that midfield over the last 2 years under Ange must have been crazy. You know, the positions they had to take up, we've got fullbacks inverting in their space, and you know, so it's going to be interesting to see how he does. I think.
And this is what you're going to see, Nige. When we spoke about Thomas Frank coming in, and Spurs fans were mentioning all different types of coaches and managers that could be available to come into Tottenham. Excuse me. When Thomas Frank came in, I was really pleased. And as we spoke before on other channels, and I don't mean to repeat myself, but he is a coach, right? So over the last 2 years, you've seen a manager trying to implement systems and tactics and formations and whatever you want to call what it was, culminate in 22 losses at home in the league. Right, sorry, not at home, in the league, in the Premier League, 10 losses at home, right? And I don't believe in a million years with coaching, formation, structure and tactics that team lose 22 games in the league.
No.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Right? This sounds like a scream from last season.
What I'm saying is, this is talking about players that we were dissing the shit out of last season, right? Apart from a couple that might come in at the moment as it stands, right? So we're going to be asking those players to play in like Rodney says, to a structure and formation and to tactics and in-game changing tactics.
Yeah.
Right? They've got to learn that. But trust me, even in the learning process of learning Thomas Franks, what him and his coaches do over the course of next season, right? We still finish above 17th, even in all that chaos of learning.
Yeah.
Right? Because those players are much better. Those players will be playing. Do you remember what we said? Sorry for going on, Nige. Just cut me off when you need to.
Right, mate. Carry on. All good.
Just remember what we said last season, Mark, about square pegs and round holes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even with a lot of those players that are still going to be here and are still going to be asked to play, they'll be put square pegs in square holes.
Yeah.
Wherever you want to put it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Destiny and Porro, they're going to be asked to do what they do best, and that is to overlap. right? They're not going to be going into space where Maddison can't do anything because they're in space. Yeah. And so on and so forth. You're not going to be asking Maddison to come back to DM to pick the ball up. Right. And I'll just finish on this. Right. And you can clip me. I don't care. Right. Tottenham next season will finish in a European place. Wow. That might well be the Conference League. But to me, if Thomas Frank achieves that next season and we have an half-decent run in a cup, you know, have a go in the cups this season. Don't put out depleted teams. Have a go.
Yeah.
You know, do your best. Show us that you're doing your best and you're trying to do your best every time that team goes out on that pitch. Because that's what, it's not the losing that kills me. It's how we lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
Right? If I can just jump in, mate.
Sorry.
As long as it's going in that direction all the time. All right, you're going to get the odd dupe.
Yeah.
But as long as you can see the general trend is going in that direction, it's like, whose comment was it? Rodney Trotter's comment. Are you willing to be patient with him if he struggles? Because I am. I am exactly with you. As long as the general trend is going like that, not go like that for 10 games and then whoosh, drops off a cliff. You know, none of that. I don't, even if we've only got 4 points out of the first 7 or 8 games, no panic. No panic. As long as by the end of the season you can see the trend is going like that, and I'm completely with you, boss.
Can I believe just one more point I want to make.
Just 1 minute. I believe that we will get European football through the league.
Yeah,
through the league.
Yeah, me too. And I just want to say that for all the people in the chat as well, you know, and all of us, we've said it a million times, you know. Last season, apart from the Europa, it was a bloody disaster. League-wise, it was just there were games that I just turned off. I just couldn't watch it. I didn't want to watch. And I've never done that with Spurs. I'm 57 years old. Do you know what I mean?
58 nearly, mate. Let's get that in there. It's his birthday next Friday.
Yeah, 57 next week. Yeah, just let you all know about that one.
58 next Friday, mate.
But I just, you know, I've been going to Tottenham since 1972. Right? And I've seen some crap at Spurs. You know what I mean? Bad times on the pitch, up in the boardroom, you know, fans hurling abuse at people, like really bad. Like back in the 80s, the late 70s and the 80s, early 80s. And last season was really hard. Really, really difficult. You know, and I've never been one not to watch Tottenham. But it was hard. It was really, really difficult. Really, really difficult. But I don't want to see it again. And I just want to say to everyone, let's just get behind the team as long as they're giving us everything on the pitch.
Yeah. How many times last season, Matt and Nige, because we all keep in regular contact with each other, did you say to me, can you be fast to do a show? And I was like, no, not really. Tonight, after we'd lost again on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, we got to really. And you could have copy and pasted any of probably 20 shows that we did.
Pretty much.
And I said, well, let's not do a show next week. Let's just copy and paste this one and put that out there.
Yeah.
And I'll just change the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Because it was the same nonsense every week. And I'm with you, Matt. You're obviously like, what, 3 years older than me?
Yeah.
You know?
We've got a little bit of hope, Mark, at the end of the day.
I've been going since the 70s as well. Yeah. My dad took me when I was a kid in the 70s. And we've all, especially like after 91, the 90s was pretty forgettable.
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen some rubbish. But what I will say is whenever I used to go, because I used to go a lot in the 90s, the players always tried. Always tried. Always give 100%, even if we had the worst team in the league. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They always give 100%.
Yeah,
always,
absolutely.
Always gave 100%. You know, and like
I just don't want the fan base to be divided anymore, Mark.
No.
I'm sick of it.
Last season was the worst. Well, I've said it on many occasions, and I'm not going to even mention his name, but he is the worst manager I have ever seen at Tottenham. Yeah. And I said this a million times last season.
Yeah. Let's try and end on a positive. And that is that, you know, we haven't lost any games so far this season, which is good.
Undefeated.
Guys, we're undefeated. Guys, get over and subscribe to the 2 Mark Show. The link is in the chat.
Do you want me to put it in there again?
Really, yeah, put it in there again, mate.
There you go, mate.
It would mean the world. Cheers, buddy. We are going to call it a night in a minute. Said we're going to go for an hour. We've gone a little bit over.
I thought
so,
we
guys,
were
if you haven't already,
2-hour special, Nige. I thought you was keeping going. Now we was on the old thing. Oh, I'm only joking. I'm pulling your leg.
I'm like, yeah, but please get over to the 2 Mark Show and subscribe. And if you haven't, subscribe to me as well. But guys, we will leave it there. Yes, don't worry about me. Just go over and subscribe to the 2 Marks. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. Marks, what have you got going on this week? Anything?
I don't know. I might speak to Mark in the morning. I don't know what you're doing tomorrow. You see, I don't know how busy you are tomorrow evening, or if you've got anything on. Not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm manic in the day, but you know.
In the evening, yeah. So we might try and sort something out for the evening, Mark. I know you're at work, but maybe we need to get something on our channel for a bit tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, man.
I'll speak to you in the morning, make sure Nige is clear, and then
I'll speak to you in a minute, mate.
Tomorrow.
I'll speak to you in a minute, mate. We can sort all that. We can sort all that in a minute, mate.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah.
Paul, thank you so much, guys. Have a great evening. Go and watch Love Island or watch the England Women, whichever one floats your boat. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay pure Coys.